You know, I'm gonna say something about this and I'm gonna leave it where it's at. But it better not come this way. Because, you know, California, y'all already, most of y'all hellbound anyway. Bless the Lord. Oh, babies, don't even know it. But I saw something about, you know, California wanting to give transgenders an allowance. A monthly allowance of $900, almost $1,000 a month for being transgender. Well, ain't nobody told them to mutilate their bodies, their own bodies. Ain't nobody told them to disrupt what God ordained and established in the earth. Ain't nobody told nobody to, you know, decide today, you know, God made you this way and you decide, you know, the systems make you decide that you want to be this and you go to chopping off stuff that God gave you. How you gonna make taxpayers pay for that? I'm asking for a friend. So, yet, you know, and then you want to worship the black woman, and you know, we forgot about the black man, the real black man. I ain't talking about them other folk. Batman, I ain't talking about him. So I'm going to leave that alone and I'm going to go back to my worship. Because I had fainted. Except I believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I would have fainted. Whew. Except if I hadn't remembered and believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. So I can't afford to, you know, pay attention to everything that's going on, and there's a lot that's going on. Our borders are still open. You know, people still, you know, infiltrating the land, and, you know, that's supposed to be okay. You know, we, you know, okay with the infiltration. No, man, we can't be, no, we can't do that, sugar. Had this happened 2 years ago, y'all would have been impeached and done all kind of stuff. But that man was telling y'all the truth and y'all didn't want to hear it. So now here we go. We need the glory. The glory. The glory. We need the glory back. We need the covenant that he made with Noah. We need that back. The covenant that he made, you know, with the rainbow. We need all of that back. We need his royalty, the gold, the green, the purple. We need that back. God need his colors back. He need his foundation back, solid and not contaminated by the systems of this world, which was, you know, God knew about it before. He knew about it because, you know, them people to read the book of Enoch. Them fallen angels, them boogers that, you know, look down and was like, yo, them things pretty down there, the Lord design. Remember the woman? Yeah, yeah. And them some pretty beings. We gotta go. I need to go get me some of that. And came down here and, you know, them same Nephilim, them same fallen angels. Them same spirits are still reigning in the earth. Well, not reigning, because God is a supreme being. He's the reign over everything and everybody. Know that. God is looking for the true worshipers that'll stand for righteousness and truth. Ooh, and get this. He's seeking such the worshipers that'll worship him in spirit and in truth. Oh, what you talking about? Oh, remember the lady at the well, the woman 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 at the well. The woman at the well, 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 the woman at the well. Jesus said, yo, I got to go through Samaria. You know, they was like, all right, go ahead, handle that. Jesus go to the well, and the woman at the well over there drawing. He said, look, give me some water. I'm thirsty. She like, yo, Jesus, like, y'all don't fool with us. Y'all don't even fool with us. How you gonna ask me for something to drink and y'all don't even fool with us? Y'all don't speak to us. Y'all don't mess with us as far as we concerned. We concerned y'all. We don't even exist to y'all. But you gonna ask me for some water? He say, look, sugar. If you knew who it was that was asking you for the water, you'd be asking me for the water, the living water. Whew. That water that will quench every thirst. Yeah. And she was like, yo, my people worship on this mountain and whoop, 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 worship in this. And, Jesus said, yo, look. You don't even know what you worship. I'm seeking such, the Father seeking such the worshipers that are worship Him in spirit and in truth. See, here's the thing. When we done messed up in the world, and we got to get a grip. We got to get a grip with the church, the Christians, all religions got to get a grip, because the letter is what kill it. But it's the Spirit of God that giveth life. That part. You can have as many letters and as much knowledge and as much education, from them cemeteries, them cemetery, them. You can have all the knowledge from any book that you can get off a shelf. But without the Spirit of the living God, you would still be lost in the different translations. Which is why we in this conundrum in the world right now. Which is why they're rathering transgenderation and mutilation and Disney running the world, and we allowed it because we didn't say anything. All these years we knew that, there was stuff going on that wasn't quite right, yet we still wanted to go and, play with, Mickey and Minnie and Donald Duck and Daisy Duck and Daffy Duck and all them other ducks and all the ducks that, partake of the supper of this Sodom and Gomorrah, Sodomites demon from that place. So I just want to know how they get reparations, and the black society, the colored society, people of color still are in wanting and wait for some type of reparations. And truth be told, we ain't never got reparations for none of the stuff that we had to endure. Our ancestors had to endure. None of that we've gotten reparations. And every time we tried to get a little stand up, we was put back down. How about reparations in that era? That part right there. How about you close all the borders and stop letting these people infiltrate? They got enough of them over here. You know what you're doing, sir. Sirs. Batman and Robin. Didn't mean to go all up in there. I came on here to worship. I'm numb to a lot of stuff. And the reason I'm numb It's because I know that there is a God. Oh, I know that there is a God. I know it. And I know that all things work together for the good of them that love God and not be called according to his purpose. I know that he has a master plan. I know it. I know it. I'm not worried or concerned about the sodomite community. Nor am I afraid. I just want to bring awareness. So, ain't nobody blood on my hands. Parents, we've allowed Disney and Google and all the mother sodomite community people to silence us for just a little bit too long concerning our own seeds. You ever wonder why a lot of the youth, the young people, the younger generation, probably the ones that came in, in the late 90s and up, the late 90s. You ever wonder why a lot of them have another type of spirit? You ever wonder why a lot of them went into the sodomite, had that sodomite spirit? Because we put them in front of the TV. We gave them the tools that were given to us. We did. We gave them the tools that were given to us in order to bind up their minds. So now when you say, shut down Disney, Disney is, of the enemy, because we allowed it for so long, it's like, what you talking about? And they quiet on the stuck 'em up, but it's coming back. They quiet on the stuck 'em up because they got to get all their bills passed. They got to, give us a little cushion and throw Batman back out there so they can, feel like, Batman, and then you got Batwoman coming up and Catwoman, they're all of them in position to go on and finish slunging the world over to them other people. Like, yeah. Like y'all president done literally slung out this world. The United States. Yeah. And we just like, okay, And God like, when they gonna get a clue? When they gonna get a clue? So I'm numb. I've been numb. I've been quiet, talking to the Lord, and He's been showing, revealing different snippets that we might overlook. And if I really share what He shared with me, it's gonna be a whole lot of mad creatures in the black community. Because you can't say that kind of stuff. But we're not understanding that because we were blackenized by Batman, we couldn't see all the stuff that Batman was doing, which was nothing for the black community, but everything for the ABC, LGBT, all of them cucumbers, them people. He did nothing for the black community, but everything he did was for them other people, the sodomites. You know, and the transgenderation folk and the mutilation, all the people. But we worshipped him because of the color of his skin when he wasn't fully even black. Now you got robbing around these streets, don't know what the hell going on, and Batman still running the show and ain't been in office in 16 years. Okay, 10 years. We have to wake up and look past the colors of the skin and look at the morals of the beings. And look what we've come into alliance with. And we got to check our souls, our Holy Ghost, for real. Them people, that whole administration, since way back when, in Martin Luther King days and all of that, which is why he wasn't of the Democratic Party, have been slowly, legally genociding, and the destruction of black civilization has been their plight. With the face of a black person pushing their agenda. Yet, we still run to and worship their very existence. And God is tired. And He is getting ready to manifest His glory. And cause the true remnant to stand up. Those that worship Him in spirit and in truth, not in religion. Not in religion. And then if you look deep into the surface, the women in elite positions have been infiltrated by a whole nother sector of folk that's influencing them and has groomed them for the positions they hold. Pay attention to the women in power and look at their mates. See, it's a lot going on that we're not really paying attention to. This world is in trouble. The nations are in trouble. And God is throwing out the lifeline. Will we hear the lifeline? The lifeline of truth. In the spirit of a thing. Not in the religion of a thing. Not in the political party of a thing. Not in the culture of a thing, but in the spirit of a thing. For they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth, and know Him in the fellowship of His suffering. Yet in the power of His might. Grab on to the horns of the altar and seek God while He may be found. Because them other folk was trying to obsolete Him out of everything. And we cannot afford to let that happen. It's time to take back over our families. put our men back in their places. I said what I said. While we worshiping women and the black woman, what about the black male that y'all been having your necks on forever? Don't even want to get my soul. Don't even want to even talk. But as long as that you using them as puppets in your puppet show, it's okay. But as soon as they start to stand up for righteousness and right, then you gotta, finagle and defamation of character and this and that. It's levels to this thing. We gotta pay attention. They'll worship you as long as you about the sodomite community, which is why Batman came back out of hiding out the Batcave, because now Disney done, came out the closet all the way. So now I can come out the closet all the way, and because my purpose has been fulfilled, because now the world is transgenderation. I'm gonna stay in my place of worship with God, and I'm gonna depend on Him to turn the tables, because I just know God tore up the world. It grieved Him that He had made the man, godly. So He told Noah to build an ark. And He said, take male and female of each creature, one male and one female, so that you can procreate and reproduce. And we don't need no robots. We just need one male and one female of each creation. Not two males or two females. They can't procreate. He did that so that the nuclear structure could stay in position. And now, you got robots having babies with wombs. Now, you could abort a baby up to birth. Why do they do that? Because they need them to come into the earth so they could torture them. Yeah. Before they kill them. So they can use them stem cells and all that stuff that they get out of their bodies from them being traumatized